Hi everybody, it's RPG Grandma. Trying to get centered. I haven't made a video in a while, so I thought I'd make a video. I found some used copies of Table Fables, Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I'm going to look at Volume 1, and I picked them up. Now, these are a more modern book by Madeline Hale. And let's see, when was this published? 2017. Okay, what are they for? A collection of tables for the weary game master. So this is for every referee, DM, and a solo game player out there, which is really how I found out about them. I was just watching some videos on different ways people solo gameplay today versus the tactical strategic review way I know about. So I was curious. So Granny getting up to speed on some things, and on one of the videos somebody talked about these, and so I was like, those sound interesting. Perhaps I can find them. And I did. So what do I think about them? Well, flipping through them, first of all, it's a good idea book. Straight up, that's what these are. Now, if you've played any older games, you will be aware that they have lots of tables. And then as games develop, different editions, D&D's classic, in that there's lots and lots of books with tables for everything you can imagine. And there's lots of resources. And this is set up mostly for a fantasy setting, but honestly, you can adjust it to any setting that you want. It's a matter of your imagination, what you can do with somebody else's tables. Sometimes tables are just good to have. You don't even roll any dice. You're like, I need a name. I cannot think of a name. It's a girl's name. Oh, I want a name that starts with an S. I haven't used an S name. Can't think of, Sinith. I've never had somebody named Sinith in the game. That's a cool name. So they're going to make the character's name Sinith, for the NPC or whatever. So these are handy for if you ever needed to make up or just, Xerox the name sheets and have them available for, I need an NPC name. They can't all be named Bob, right? But also, it has some male and female names. It's got your basic race, 1d8 roll for your basic fantasy races. But you could easily take that idea and make your own charts, obviously. Alignment, religion, financial status, gender. They've got character traits that helps you decide how the character is going to be played. You can just randomly roll, and maybe you roll a 16, and that's demanding. So that PC or NPC will always be demanding how they interact with other people. Classes, what they do for a living, professions, if you will. Disability and quirks, and she's got some interesting ones here. Some of them are just very outspoken to kleptomania. It allows you to create personality types, family backgrounds, how many siblings, place of birth. It goes on. She has items, random items, knickknacks, flavor items, mundane treasure, armor, pocket filler. What's in the dead person's pocket? It's always the same thing. I go check the dead body, and either the DM says there's nothing there, or it's always, oh, you found some copper pieces or some silver pieces, right? Why couldn't they have a ball of string, or a small folding knife, or a shiny acorn? You find an acorn. They had an acorn on them? Yeah, it was in a pouch. They had they had an acorn. Yeah, carefully wrapped up. The acorn can just be a regular acorn, but you know, the shenanigans that can follow something like that is amazing. And so, hey, DMs, if nothing else, get a book like this just so you can sit down and go, I should make a list of pocket fillers, like for different sort of places and stuff. Yeah, I should do that. You know, items condition. You know, I've explained that, you know, well, there's a lot of spells in fantasy role playing games that people don't use. Oh, that's a dumb spell. Mending. Well, it becomes less dumb when all the items you find are in poor or damaged condition and you need them to work. Who's got the mending spell becomes, you know, to repair something becomes incredibly important. That scroll you guys were looking for, you found it, but it's in bad shape. You know, it needs attention. You know, I've tried to explain this before when we talked about items and stuff. I mean, it's a thing. So knickknacks, magic items. There's a thing in here for creating like spell components, rolling, you know, to create a spell. There's food quality, you know. So yeah, so they ordered breakfast and they got pancakes and bacon, but was it disgusting or fantastic? You know. Then of course it has your standard kind of Earth like weather conditions and moon phases. But again, these are things you should think about when you create a world. It's got 2 moons. How does that work? Are they always in the same phase? That seems kind of odd. Do they have different phases they go through? How do they interact with each other? Things like that. You know, quests. All kinds of stuff like that. Hostile encounters.
Back there. Is that all right?
Yeah. You're on camera. Woo! Guest star. As long as you're okay with it, man.
I'm gonna put a mask on.
My coworkers. I'm on break, by the way. Bosses. Occupancy, the atmosphere of the place. So this has got stuff for taverns, festival ideas, random magical effects, disease generator. That's a good one. Dream table. You go to bed. I mean, come on, it's role-playing games. Like, there should be a percentage chance that somebody wakes up and has a really, really good dream. And by good, I mean like memorable. It could be a nightmare, but maybe they're under some kind of effect that causes you to dream intensely. Well, she's got a chart to help you out if you don't have an idea. So people who sandbox a lot, tarot card table. So she's got random card drawing rules. Of course, you could have the cards, but maybe you don't. Maybe you just want to have the dice and just use the dice to figure that out. Random colors, random metals. So if you're doing like the sandbox games and you need random generator tables, this is a good start. And you can use it with pretty much any fantasy game system. And with a little tweaking, you can, you know, substitute fantasy game stuff or sci-fi stuff or for whatever setting. I truly believe that at this point in my life. You can tweak any table system to the genre you want. But yeah, so I like these. I'll take a look at the other one, but I'm definitely going to be playing with this. Maybe I'll make a little adventure and use this to help generate that. But yeah, it's a good one. Worth some pocket change for. And if you solo play, I can see how this would be super useful. Totally useful. So there you go, guys. Book review.